hold up here. Aren't I always saying you can make so much with what you have? Well, this is not what you think. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my special guest, my daughter Rylan.
Hi.
She's here today to help us with a Kids' Choice episode. Should I get these in the mail? Yeah, it's so fun to get packages. What is it about them? It's like the possibility, especially with craft supplies, of what you can create. This one's just full of Christmas wrappings, but Rylan's gonna shop my stash and fill it up with all sorts of possibilities that I will be making a card with today. What if we could get just as excited making from a package of our own supplies? No matter how much we have or how much we get, there's always more out there. Let's give ourselves permission to love what we have and love what we're able to buy. Working from a place of abundance like that, you'll actually be able to be a lot more creative and make so much more than you think. Let's see how it goes today.
Package for you.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, let's see what I get to make with today. Rylan kept me well stocked here. She even thought of adhesives and scissors. I've got my black inks and I've got these gorgeous greens. Good choice, girl. 2 stamp sets. She was kind to me. I think I'm interested in that Under the Sea set. She knows I love custom sentiments. Got my letter dies. And lots of Christmas colors. I think we can do a lot with this. I definitely have a love-hate relationship with the creative process. Sometimes it just feels like no ideas are coming. That's a good time to stop staring at the supplies and just start using them. Swatch out some colors, stamp some images, even play around with layout. Generally, I shimmy around the physical stamps to find my layout. Sometimes I do sketches. I'll even put down color when I'm really desperate, like today. But then the love part comes, when you nail down that perfect design. And it's crazy satisfying when you do that with limited supplies. Rylan didn't give me anything I could use for a background, so I'm making my own with direct ink pad to paper inking. This technique is great for creating very organic, kind of painterly looking backgrounds. Generally it's used swiping the whole ink pad across the page, but you can see right here I'm just using the corner of that ink pad and I'm swiping out from the center towards both edges, and this is giving the illusion of a Christmas tree. Now I love that Rylan gave me 2 shades of green ink, and that's all for the colored ink. This is exactly what I'd recommend if you're looking to purchase ink colors for your stash. You might think buying 1 ink pad in each of the colors of the rainbow would be the best way to get started, but what I recommend is actually buying a couple different tones of ink pads in just your favorite or most used colors. Even if that means you don't start off with all the colors of the rainbow. You're actually going to be able to create more visually interesting cards when you're working with this combination of vibrant and delicate tones of the color rather than just kind of like a classic apple red, carrot orange, sunshine yellow. Well, thankfully I've got this container of perfect pearls I can trace, but don't worry, I will not be using these on the card. That would be cheating. These are going to be my ornaments. Now, what possibilities could you open up to yourself if you were to use whatever in your house to trace? Maybe there's something that has some pretty unique lines that you don't have in die cut form, or maybe you don't have a die cut machine. Tracing and cutting. We can all do it. These ornaments are going to be colored real basic. Rylan just gave me red and green and brown colored pencils. So I'm not even going to color the images. They'll just be white. But what I will do is take that combination of colors and make a lot of depth and dimension to the ornament itself. Rylan was amazing and gave me green, which is red's complementary color. So having that combination, I'm going to be able to create a lot of shadow and highlight on these ornaments. I must admit, I am missing my circle dies right now. Whether you have a punch or a circle die, that's kind of an essential. It's pretty hard to cut a perfect circle with scissors. A paper trimmer is another essential. When I got my first paper trimmer years ago, I realized I was crazy that I ever lived without one. I use it a lot, even outside of card making. I am obsessed with custom sentiments, so I'm really happy to be working with these letter dies today. I'm making my own pun, Season's Greetings, but I'm not sure if anyone's gonna get it, so I'm at least going to cut the C out of a different paper. I'm using this gold metallic paper. Just finishing up gluing down this custom sentiment full of billions of loose die cut letters using my very favorite process. I'll link to a video below that explains it in detail. The details are where it's at, so I'm making these teeny tiny gold ornament toppers. Gotta be realistic here. As I draw on my ornament strings, I was mindful about where I'd place these ornaments. I wanted to create asymmetry for visual interest and also balance weight. So the larger not a starfish, the larger, what is that thing called? Seahorse is down by his lonesome, and then the smaller shell and starfish are grouped together. Since I keep referencing essentials, I just gotta say craft cardstock is another essential for me. I'm mounting my panel onto a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch heavyweight cardstock base. Pop these ornaments on with foam tape, and we're done. I love how this card turned out. Thanks, Rylan. You picked awesome supplies. So glad you were able to join today. I hope this inspires you to get real creative with what you've got and real excited. Remember to subscribe and hit the gray bell so you always know when a new video's out. And have an awesome week.